It's showtime.
Hey guys, Django Fett here, Honey Down Games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more, and this is a review for The Mandalorian Season 2. So this is going to be a spoiler-free review. I already did a spoiler discussion some time ago, and I'll put a link in the description down below if you want to check that out. Also, please check out my Mandalorian Season 1 review. It's also non-spoiler. I'll put a link for that in the description down below. So I loved Mandalorian Season 1. And I thought it was a breath of fresh air for what Disney was bringing in with Disney Plus and the TV show mix. So I really liked Season 1. I didn't love it like everyone else did and give it like super raving review for the TV show. I thought it was solid. It was a really good show, but it was not as the greatest thing ever like many people make it out to be. So it leaves off where Mando defeats Moff Gideon and the Imperials, and he pretty much has to find a new owner for Baby Yoda. So they go to Tatooine first, and then they go to all these different planets. I'm not going to spoil anything more. And right off the bat, the first episode was just, I was kind of almost iffy about because of someone who was, revealed. And later on, we got the reveal of that character. So if you didn't know, I mean, everybody's been spoiling it at this point, but I'm wearing this shirt right now. Boba Fett was revealed. If you didn't know, I don't know. I don't know where you've been at this point. But I have this Enemy of the Empire Legends T-shirt just for this review. So that should say something right there. So Boba Fett is revealed, and it isn't until later that we see Boba Fett. It takes a while to get to that point. So there's a lot that has to be built up in order to get to that point until the finale. But I thought Boba Fett was pretty cool in the show. I thought he was, I liked the design initially with the robe design, but I think over time I'm just kind of not like really buying into it. So I hope he gets like a new different design, maybe just pure armor. But I don't like the robes mixed in with the armor, just in my personal opinion, but that's just me. So with the first episode, and this is something I noticed, just with this episode in particular, that they take a lot of inspiration from the expanded universe, namely from Knights of the Old Republic for that episode. And I thought that was awesome. I mean, I never thought they would take inspiration quite a bit from the EU, but lo and behold, they did that, and I think the couple episodes too, later on, I just can't name them off the top of my head, and of course I can't spoil it, but I thought it was very well done on this new direction for Disney Star Wars, and there was things I didn't like, not with the EU related, but with the characters, so to say, these characters they bring up from Rebels or the Clone Wars TV shows. Because I'm not really a big fan of those TV shows, but that's something that was built from the ground for Dave Filoni and his Disney Star Wars, so they can do anything at this point. This is what they're doing, so whatever at this point. But I liked the dynamic between Baby Yoda and Mando. Initially, I wasn't really buying into it. I was kind of like, this is kind of boring. It's kind of the same old, same old. But it did get better for me, and I thought it was fine. I was just kind of annoyed with Baby Yoda, just his clumsiness and goofiness and all the time, and it was a little too much for me in the beginning, but over time, it was fine. It was whatever. I think more of the focus is on Mando, of course. I mean, that's the way it should be, not just Baby Yoda. So, of course, they're awesome. Boba Fett's inclusion is awesome. I know there's some other characters, some old characters you see from Season 1 are awesome. And they also bring in, as I mentioned before, Clone Wars and Rebels characters, which I really wasn't fond of, and I think that kind of dragged it for me. So if people don't know Clone Wars or Rebels, and they watch this, they'll be like, who the fuck is this? And I'm not really buying into them, I'm not relating to them. They're going to be completely lost, and they're probably not going to like it. So I was kind of like in that boat. Like, it just felt like when I watched those parts, it's like the people who hate on episode 3 for not understanding the Coruscant and the battle in episode 3 and Grievous, coughing, what it meant by that. So I was kind of like, like, I've already watched Clone Wars, so it kind of made sense for me when going into episode 3. When it comes to Gennady Tartakovsky's superior Clone Wars. So I got that. But with this, I was kind of in the boat where I didn't understand this because, like, oh, I had to watch this and this to understand who these characters are and to get them, like, why they're here and stuff. I was kind of like in that boat. But I did feel like most of the episodes were structured pretty good. There was, those Clone Wars and Rebels characters that were included that kind of dragged it on for me, and there was at least, I think, 3 to 4 episodes that were very much filler, and then I just didn't buy into them. I wasn't really fond of those episodes, and even the finale, I wasn't really like, people are like, oh my god, it's craziness. Yes, the end is craziness, I get it, with the surprise character, and it's pretty awesome, let me say that. Very much an homage to Darth Vader and his Rogue One appearance. But even then I was like, okay, whatever. Just anything original trilogy, people are gonna go ham and crazy over, I guess. I don't know. But the thing is, like, I felt like the first half of that last episode was just kind of boring and trivial. The action was not very good, and I just felt like the second half kind of carried it, but I kind of want the whole package, I want the whole episode to be structured very good and, end up being very good. So, it was directed by Peyton Reed, so that makes sense on why the direction was kind of a little messy and the action was kind of subpar. He did direct another episode, probably the worst episode in the second episode of this season, so that does make sense. I think Peyton Reed at this point is just not a very good director. I think he's very much overrated, and he kind of carried his success from Ant-Man, which I think most of it came from Edgar Wright and not from him. But minus that episode and a few other episodes, I thought they were all pretty good. They were all pretty good episodes. Even the season finale was kind of iffy for me, but I did like all the episodes. I liked the action. The action is pretty damn awesome with Mando kicking ass. But I was a little disappointed with Boba Fett because he did appear another time, and that episode was awesome. But I felt like in the season finale, he didn't do anything. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Everybody else can have time, but not fucking Boba Fett? Fuck off. I was pretty pissed off about that. But they are making a Boba Fett miniseries, so I am pretty excited for that, and I will do a review for that. Don't worry about that. So, I get it. It's about the Mando, his show. But I'd also like to see more of Boba Fett. That's kind of like what I was looking forward to seeing, and I kind of didn't get it. I'm more looking forward to the Boba Fett TV series on how they handle it. And that ending was kind of weird because they had an after credit scene, and it was with Boba Fett, and it was kind of like, okay. It was just kind of weird. So overall, I really liked this season. So I'm going to give The Mandalorian Season 2 a... It's a good season. I don't think it's as good as Season 1 in my opinion. I do think there are problems with the episodes and the direction they went with those. But overall, I thought it was pretty solid, pretty good. It does take a step down, just in my personal opinion, but it is pretty solid and pretty good show. So I am looking forward to Season 3 and, all these freaking Disney... all these freaking Disney shows. I just like, a little too much Disney. Just calm down. Calm the fuck down. You already have it with Mandalorian, now you're just... looks like you're milking the shit out of putting other things. And you're also putting the Marvel TV shows. So why didn't they do this in 2020? I don't know. They wanted to push it to 2021. And Disney Plus was kind of useless at this point, other than The Mandalorian. Okay, I better stop. I'm going on a tangent. So, Mandalorian Season 2 is definitely worth it. It's just kind of weird with Disney Plus. Just wasn't worth it this year. But it is looking forward. I am looking forward to Season 3 as well as the rest of the Disney stuff and even the Willow TV series, which should be interesting for 2021 for Disney Plus. So there is some interest for Disney Plus now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to please like this video, comment down below, tell me what you think of The Mandalorian Season 2 in the comment section below, and subscribe to my channel Django Fett if you haven't already. And I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. Ooh, yeah!